Hey, it's Davy Maisha with Central Energy Alchemy. So I was with my daughter a couple of days ago, and she had to go to the DMV. And while we were waiting online, there was a young mother with her son. And if you know anything about the DMV, it's not very kid friendly. And we were waiting outside to get in. You know, you want to get there early so you can get out early. And this little boy was, it's early in the morning. It's about 8 o'clock. We got there maybe 8:15. And his mom was on her phone listening to music. And he just wanted her attention. He had to be about somewhere between 4 and 6. He just wanted her attention. And, she just kept telling him to cut it out, balled up her fist at one point. You could see him flinch a little bit. And then he kept trying to grab her hand. And she just kept telling him to stop. And my daughter was watching, and she was like, my heart hurts when I see that. I feel so sad. I said, yeah, me too. She's like, he just wants to hold his mom's hand. And I said, yeah, I know. And I think about this in terms of grown men and some of the reasons why some women are having issues with some of the men in the world today. And part of it is, in fact, because a lot of men have not been shown affection or proper affection from a woman. Now, let me be clear. This is not a blame woman thing, because I know sometimes we as women get very sensitive when someone, starts saying what we may or may not have done, especially that may or may not contribute to a man's pain. But here's the reality. We're always talking about how men contribute to our pain, and in some ways they do. Wouldn't it also seem feasible that we would contribute to men's pain, directly or indirectly? And in this case of the mother with her son, I thought about how he would grow up if this type of behavior continued. What type of man would he turn out to be if he was consistently denied love and affection from his mother in the way that maybe he needed? So if he's a young man who needed that touch, that hand holding, that hugging, and he didn't get it, what would happen when he became a teenager? How would he approach women? What would he be looking for? Might he be a young man who floats from woman to woman looking for that affection? And when we would see him as a grown man, we might think he's a dog, he sleeps around, but we don't know the backstory of why that might be. Men are looking for affection just as much as women are. Men want and need that connection just as much as we do. As I said in a live video that I did in a Facebook group that I'm in, is that many men haven't been given the vocabulary to say, I need the affection, I need the touch, I need the comfort. They don't know how to express that to women because they've been taught to do it only via sex. Sex is the outlet that they've had. And so by the time they're grown-ups and they get to us, it's just sex. Sex is how they connect with women. Sex is what porn tells them to do. Sex is what society tells them to do. Sex is what their friends tell them to do. And what we're looking for is a different type of affection. And there's no wrong in what we're looking for as women. And it's not that there's a wrong in what they're looking for as men. They just haven't felt safe enough to say it. And I've seen grown women tell stories and berate the man who was too sensitive. It's like calling him names as though he were less than because he asked for what he wanted. He wasn't manly enough. And so what message are we sending men? It's like, be manly, but not manly in the wrong way, but manly in the way that I like, not manly in the way that you are. And they get very confused. And then they're not sure what to do. Men need love and affection just as much as we do. They really do. Some men's love languages are different. 5 love languages, I always recommend. It's a great starting point. I don't think it's exhaustive by any means, but it's a really great starting point to find out, how do you want to be loved and how does your partner want to be loved? And for so many men, it's about more than sex. For most men, it is. And some don't even know that it's about more than sex. Because again, they haven't been given a vocabulary. And so there are men who watch this video and they'll be like, nah. It's just about the sex for me. It's just about the sex for me. And maybe if they think about it. For the men who are watching this, when was the last time you allowed yourself to be vulnerable and safe enough in the arms of a woman and grieved in her arms, cried, let go of your pain? When was the last time you experienced that? I've asked men, when's the last time they've cried? Some don't even know. And they carry all that in them. And you know where they seek refuge? In us. They seek refuge in that place, as Escape says, the softest place on earth. They seek home there. That's the beauty of the masculine and the feminine dance. That's the beauty of what we can bring to them. Disregard the guys who don't want to change or grow. Disregard that segment of the population, because that's not everybody. And sis, you're not the woman for every man. So if there's a man that you meet and he might not be willing to change with you, move on. Maybe he'll be willing to change with another woman. And there's no harm in that, no foul in that. Every lock isn't for every key. But so many men do desire that connection. They desire that heart space connection that we do. The same way we do. A little different, but in the same vein. It's just that they only know of sex as the way to connect with women. I've had men say to me, sometimes they just want to cuddle. They really do. They just want to lay in bed and be held. They want to know that they're okay if they're not performing. They want to know that they're still loved if they're not giving magical orgasms. They want that just as we do. It's my son watching basketball. So I'm actually going to talk about this and help women to really decipher what men are looking for. I'm also going to show women how to release their inner sensual and sex goddess. And I'm also going to talk about sex magic. And I'm doing this all on a 2-hour masterclass on March 20th from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. I'm going to take you guys through some oral sex techniques, through some acupressure points. Yes, ways to blow his mind, literally. But we're going to get deeper than that. Ladies, you're going to learn how to really begin to decipher men and to not be so confused by what they want. You're going to learn how you can be your most sensual, sexual self. And then you're going to learn how to take all that together and create magic, like literally manifest the relationship, the everything. This is going to be a phenomenal, I'm so excited about it. I'm calm right now, but I'm so excited about this class. And I cannot wait for you to join me. People have already started signing up. So it's going to be March 20th, start of spring. It's a Wednesday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. The link is in my bio. I look forward to having you